Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Golden Bachelorette. I changed my mind. I do think Joan Vassos and Chock Chapple will move to NYC in 2025. They want a real relationship. The Golden Bachelorette stars Joan Vassos and Chock Chapple have been dancing around the idea of moving to New York City throughout their time together post-show, and that changed my mind about whether or not they'll wind up in the Big Apple after some serious drama. Joan, who originally appeared on The Golden Bachelor with Jerry Turner, has been able to revamp herself as the leading lady to Bachelor Nation over the course of the last year. After making her way through the drama of The Golden Bachelorette Season 1 and getting to know Chock, Joan's been able to change. Throughout her initial short appearance as part of the Bachelor franchise, Joan was hopeful she'd find love, but she ultimately discovered a newfound faith in herself. Once she became the lead, Joan was able to find her way into a relationship with Chock and accepted his proposal at the end of the season, even though Bachelor Nation weren't his biggest fans. Chock had some easy-to-spot red flags during the Golden Bachelorette season, but his behavior wasn't something that deterred Joan from building their connection. As they moved through their new relationship post-season, Joan and Chock have made some interesting plans. Although Joan and Chock have been together for several months, the pair have been spending more time apart than they've been together. While the couple has always been aware that they'd have some sort of long distance, they've been doing their best to spend their time between homes rather than fully apart. Joan, who's originally from Maryland, has wanted to be around her family as much as possible, while Chock, who's from Kansas, has been trying to keep track of his business while spending most of his time away. Even with distance between them, Joan and Chock have felt the strain. As Joan and Chock have gotten through the airing of The Golden Bachelorette Season 1, the couple have known that their next plans were going to be somewhat difficult, but worth the wait. Sharing that they were planning to move to New York City during their time on the live after show after the Golden Bachelorette finale, the couple knew that they were going to have to spend some time looking for their perfect home first. Joan and Chock want to move into a space that's new to both of them, allowing them to live like a genuinely engaged couple. Joan and Chock's behavior has been something Bachelor Nation has felt comfortable criticizing throughout their time post-show, which has made it more difficult for the pair to do anything without their actions being questioned. While the couple have good reasons for moving slowly on relocating, Bachelor Nation has been watching closely as they move forward with their next steps. For Joan and Chock, moving to New York City requires them to get things in order as they move from their original homes into their new space. The couple have been moving at a slower pace to ensure things go smoothly. As Joan and Chock have been figuring out their lives after the Golden Bachelorette, it's become clear that they want to spend their time wisely. Though the couple have been searching for a New York City abode, they've been taking their time to find a place that works for their lifestyle. While I respect the fact that Joan and Chock are looking to move to a more neutral location to live out the golden years of their life, taking things at a slower pace makes sense for them. After taking their time, their NYC home will be worth the wait. Although Joan and Chock have been moving too slowly for some Bachelor followers, their choice to move forward in their lives as New Yorkers is one of the biggest decisions they've ever made. Changing their lives so seriously as they move into their golden years would be difficult on some. But with the pair having met on The Golden Bachelorette, they've managed to find someone to move through their next chapter with. As the pair have spent time getting to know each other outside of the reality TV setting, they've learned a lot about what they want in the future. While the couple have been doing things at their own speed to the chagrin of Bachelor Nation, it's possible that moving slowly could be saving their relationship. Joan and Chock had to move so quickly on The Golden Bachelorette, getting engaged in just a matter of weeks, that moving ahead with anything solid in the last few months has likely seemed overwhelming. I think allowing Joan and Chock the time to get to know each other a bit more thoroughly has likely kept them from splitting up or indulging in any major drama that could hurt their relationship in general. Although Joan and Chock have been upfront that they're not putting pressure on anything in their relationship, The pair appear to be very serious about their plans to move to New York City. The couple are taking their time finding a place, but after more than one trip to the Big Apple to look at real estate, they appear to have some genuine options to forge ahead with. Joan and Chock are both excited about becoming New Yorkers for the first time and spending their lives aligned in a brand new place of their own that they're learning about together. While Joan and Chock's move may not be as quick as Bachelor Nation was hoping for, their time looking for New York City real estate and being specific about what they want will be better for them in the long run. 2025 appears to be the year that Joan and Chock will be finding themselves in NYC. And as they become accustomed to the lifestyle of New Yorkers, the pair will be getting to know new sides of themselves. Thankfully, Joan and Chock are already used to learning more about their lives after experiencing a season of The Golden Bachelorette. The Golden Bachelorette has taken us on a whirlwind journey, but nothing has captivated fans quite like the unfolding connection between Joan Vassos and Chock Chapple. Their chemistry, undeniable from the start, has grown into something extraordinary, a partnership rooted in laughter, shared dreams, and a spark that refuses to dim. And now, in a surprising twist, it seems the couple is gearing up to take their love story to the Big Apple in 2025. Initially, the idea of Joan and Chock relocating to New York City felt as improbable as a Bachelor contestant leaving a rose ceremony drama-free. Joan has always been the elegant Southern belle, deeply rooted in her small-town values. Chock, on the other hand, embodies a West Coast coolness, a man who's more at home on a surfboard than navigating Manhattan's concrete jungle. Yet, love has a funny way of reshaping priorities, and the couple's recent interviews suggest they're ready to trade small-town charm and Pacific sunsets for skyscrapers and bustling streets. So why the sudden change of heart? Let's dive into their reasons and how their upcoming move symbolizes a fresh start for a pair determined to build a real relationship. A shift in perspective. When Joan first stepped onto the Golden Bachelorette, she spoke of finding someone who could complement her quiet life. Her world revolved around family dinners, tending her garden, and maintaining strong ties to her close-knit community. Meanwhile, Chock entered the scene as the adventurous, silver-haired heartthrob who'd spent his post-retirement years chasing waves and dreams along the California coast. On paper, they seemed worlds apart. But as their connection deepened, it became clear that Joan's and Chock's differences were less about incompatibility and more about balancing each other out. Joan brought stability and grace to Chock's free-spirited nature, while Chock infused Joan's life with a newfound sense of adventure. Together, they created a synergy that neither had experienced before. New York City, the catalyst for their mutual decision to move to New York City, wasn't made lightly. In a recent podcast appearance, Joan confessed, "I never thought I'd want to live in a city like New York, but Chock has a way of opening my eyes to possibilities I never considered. He's helped me see that life is about embracing change and taking risks." Chock, ever the charmer, added, "Joan's already conquered the art of living with grace. Now it's time for us to tackle the world together. And what better place to do that than in a city as alive and inspiring as New York?" For Joan, the move symbolizes stepping out of her comfort zone. For Chock, it's an opportunity to reinvent himself alongside the woman who's captured his heart. Both see New York as a neutral ground, a place where they can build a new life, together, without the baggage of their pasts. The quest for a real relationship throughout the Golden Bachelorette. Joan and Chock emphasized their desire for authenticity in their connection. Joan, in particular, has spoken candidly about the challenges of dating at this stage in her life. "It's easy to fall for the idea of love when you're in a bubble like this show," she said. "But the real test is what happens when the cameras stop rolling." Moving to New York is their way of putting those words into action. In the city that never sleeps, they'll face challenges that will test their commitment, from navigating tiny apartments to surviving subway delays and endless noise. But they're ready to embrace it all, seeing these challenges as opportunities to strengthen their bond.